Welcome to Labelia's Coloring. I'm Labelia, and I thought that this would be a good time to do a quick face-to-face and to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel, watched and liked my videos, and for all the encouraging comments that you guys leave for me. I am so thankful to you guys for doing that and welcoming me to the coloring community in YouTube. So this video is in response to Color with Donna, her challenge to follow in Anne from A Colorful Lives lead to share my essentials for coloring. With that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Where I'm sitting at is where I do my coloring. This is my chair, my squeaky chair that I got from IKEA a couple of years ago. Still good. In this area, I wanted to show what I have right beside me as I color, which is all my pencil cases with my colored pencils and my watercolor pencils, different Inktense. I thought this would be my essential because I am a pencils girl. My coloring usually involves pencils, so for me, it's essential for me to have all my pencils at arm's reach, and I can just grab them after looking at a swatch to use them. So so these are a good way for me to not just keep going up and down, because I have another bookcase here, but it's just all my regular books and stuff. But and I can keep an eye on them because my 2-year-old plays here while I color, so it's not in an area where he can get into and play with. So right over here is my markers, and then I can just easily get to it. This desk comes with a little pull-out, so I also have my markers, my Mitsubishi Uni colored pencils, and then if you've watched my coloring supplies videos, you'll recognize my little pull-out drawers with more supplies. So it's easy reach for me. I can just swivel around and grab it. I do have more bins over here for other supplies I don't really use that much, so I'm not going to show those. But if you're curious about what's in there, they're all in my coloring supplies videos. So you'll see that I have some coloring books on this side, and I have more coloring books on this side. And here's a couple more coloring books, but I will be showing them in probably another week or so before February is over, for my February haul. So so to continue on with my essentials, I'll go ahead and turn you around a little bit. So hold on. Here, and I'll go ahead and these are my rest of my coloring books. So I'm just going to put it down a little bit. So over here, having good lighting is essential for coloring because my ceiling light has a yellow tinge whenever I look at my coloring. So I like to have this lamp which pulls out. You can see because it's black. Let me turn it on. So so it has nice bright light, so it's good in the evenings for me to color, and it goes up and down, and so it's easy to tuck away. Turn it off, just fold it up, and there it is. So over here is my current whip, and always have my laptop over here because I like to watch YouTube, Netflix, or Amazon Prime movies while I color. And below this I have another whip that I'm working on in the Fantasia from Nick Filbert. I did acrylic on it, so I have it flattening between my heavy Harry Potter page to screen book and another hardcover coloring books. So yeah, that's just my way of flattening books that I use watercolor and acrylic. So yeah, so that's there for now. Another thing that I think is essential for my coloring is having the space. I'm sorry if I hit the microphone, but is having the space to color. Because if you're like me, hold on, let me go ahead and put you down. If you're like me, I like when I color, it's not, I can't just color straight where it's like this the whole time. I don't like to maneuver myself around to different angles. I always turn my books. I'm like turning colors. Sometimes it's upside down and I color. So just having that space to, you know, color and turn my books around, so it's easier for me to yeah, just color. And another essential for me is cutting mats, which will protect your other page from having the prints on this side imprint itself on the other side. So I always use a cutting mat, and I believe that's an essential tool. So, and this is just, I cut the paper or cardstock to just to protect on this side. So this is my current whip from Rita Berman. And another tool I use that's essential is my coloring diary, and I do show it on my coloring supplies video. The current page is here. After I used the colors on my coloring book, I put it down here just to look back, just in case I put it down and put the pencils away and I need to come back again. So yeah, this is a important piece for me to use, a tool. Another tool I like to use is my swatches, just like right over here. This is the Arteza. Right now in the Rita Berman coloring book, I'm using all Arteza products. So it's the Arteza watercolor pencils and the Arteza colored pencils. So that's it. Yeah, so I take this out of my binder. Show over, it's just right here. So I just take it out when I'm using it and then just put it back when I'm done. And I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. We're going to turn around so I can show you the rest of my essential supplies. Okay, for watercolors, the ones I use that I go directly to are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi pearl colors, if I wanted pearlescent colors. Also have the gem colors. Oops, sorry for flashing. And also the starry colors. So these are the ones I would use if I wanted these kinds of colors for my coloring page. And the watercolor palette that I'm using right now is the Sakura Koi watercolors. I use this because it's small and doesn't take up too much space, and I don't know, I just like that I can just pick out the colors. I don't have to mix it up or anything. I just grab which one I want to use, and yeah, so it's a good watercolor for me. And then it comes with also palettes, but I haven't used these. I have a different palette that I use, so it's easy to just put the lid on and put it away. So this is my Sakura Koi watercolor and the Gansai Tambi Kuretake's starry color, gem colors, and pearl colors. Okay, I've been using a lot of markers lately, so for skin tones, I've been using the Touch New markers. I just got these for Christmas and been really liking them. So they are slightly lighter than my other markers, which I'll show next. Yeah, so I don't know, I like the Touch New, so I might get more of this, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So My main alcohol markers that I use a lot of the time is my Lemouche 168 pieces. So these work really well for me. I like using them on CreateSpace, Amazon paper coloring books. So it does really, for me, it cuts down the time in coloring, and it really helps out my hands, so I'm not really using too much of the pencils, because even though I use markers, I still put pencils on top. For the Lemouche, so it'll be easier for me to find the pencils. I separate it into its color groups, like all the reds and some of the skin tones here, blues, greens, yellows. Some of the neon colors are up here. Have all the grays, the browns, pastels are like right there in the middle. So yeah, and then the colorless blender here. So yeah, these Lemouche markers have been really great to use for me, and I don't know, I am tempted to get more markers, but for now this Lemouche has been really good. So the next one I want to show you is are these markers, the Sharpies and the Bic marking. And I use them also because, you know, they are different colors, and sometimes there's like just a small space and I just use these, and for even smaller space I use the Triplus fine liners. They are the Staedtler Triplus fine liners, and I believe I have the 72 set. I think it's 72. Yeah. So those are all the markers, pens I use. Another essential for me is the Mongyo pastels. I have the 64 colors. Let's see. You guys probably have seen this before, or yeah. So I like to use these for backgrounds, and yeah. And another essential is a fixative, but I don't have it here with me. I keep that down in my garage. So yeah. So the Mongyo pastels is an easy way to do backgrounds, and they're not expensive. So, and it comes with a lot of colors, and I've had this for over 2 years, so it lasts for a long time. With the Mongyo pastels, I also use cotton balls and Q-tips, and I think it's good to let you guys know to use like baby wipes. Always keep that in hand by my desk to wipe my hands, especially when you're using pastels. Other things for like embellishments for my coloring page, I like to use the Zig Wink of Stella. These are the glitter pens, and it comes with 12 colors. Yeah, really good. I've been using these a lot on my colorings. And also with this, I also use the Achu Spikas. This is the set B. So yeah, so these are, I always go to these instead of using gel pens. I haven't really used gel pens that much. I just go ahead and pick up these, and if I wanted a metallic pen to embellish something in my coloring page, I just use this Fila the 15 metallic brush pen, which is, I don't want to mark myself. So yeah, they're brush pens, so you can be as light or as heavy as you want. Oops. Yeah. So it's the Fila metallic brush pen. Another coloring essential that I like to use to embellish my coloring page, it's in this Danish butter cookies tin bin thing, and I like to use acrylic paint for the background. And the brand I love to use is the apple barrel one. There's a pack that it comes like I think 18 different colors. My sister got it for me from Amazon. But these acrylic paints were inspired by D.D. Willingham for backgrounds like in your Mythomorphia, or actually any coloring books. If you mess up or if your marker runs out, acrylic is a good medium to use to just cover it up. To embellish my coloring page, I also like to use stickles. And yeah, so they're really, I just got them, started using them like probably like 6 months ago. So yeah, so I like adding a little sparkle to my coloring page. Go ahead and put this one away. The next thing I want to show you is my what I keep beside me as I color. So I have this glove. It came with my Lemouche markers. It's good especially when you're coloring with Prismacolors or any color pencils that like to leave dust. And I like to, my hands are always resting on the page, so just to prevent smearing. But I also put like another piece of paper or paper cloth just to prevent smearing. So this is, yeah, one of these like Michael Jackson gloves almost. Little clamps, so I just keep it there. I think these tin like pencil holders from the dollar section from Target. It's always good to pick these up, especially if you have a couple whips. So I'll probably use this for my Fantasia coloring, and while this one is what I was using for my Rita Berman whip. These are the Arteza watercolor pencils, and these are my go-to brush. It's the Zig Kuretake water brush. This is the fine one, so it's a smaller brush tip. And then if there's bigger spaces, there's even I think this is the medium one of the Kuretake water brush. I always keep a makeup brush. I have the angled one, just, yeah. And then I always use this Tombow Mono Zero eraser. I haven't changed the eraser, so this really lasts a while. I've had this for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years already, and I haven't changed the eraser yet. So yeah. And I'm also using a colorless blender, which is good to use just to blend all the colors if you're not burnishing your page. So yeah, this is what I always keep beside me while I color. The next thing I want to show you is my tray, and this is always beside me. I've shown this already on my coloring supplies video, but I'll go ahead and show it to you again. This tin is just for shavings. This was a fruit tea tin my sister gave, and I finished it, so it's for shavings. And for when I'm on the go, I'll bring my M&R sharpener or the comb, sometimes both. I know I kind of like switch back and forth when I feel like it. And I also use the T-Gall, and I usually use this. I use the 5 for when I just want a sharper tip or end, so I just use this. And when my pencils are so small, then yeah, I use these. There's more clips here, one big one, one small one, and just microfiber for my glasses. And here's all the pens that I use. So I have the M1 M1 Posca, white Posca. And this is the 3M Posca. And my Caran d'Ache broken piece of blender in here. I also have my jelly roll and my Uniball Signo. And I go back and forth with this. If I really wanted a fine line, I use this one, and then this is a little broader. So yeah, so I switch in this, and then it kind of goes in a row where, yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. The jelly roll, I use it like if my Unisignos aren't working because there's too much wax or whatever, then I go to my jelly roll, see if it works. If not, I'll go to my Poscas. And then I always keep little tabs, post-its. Here's my extra post-its, hand lotion. In here I have my Derwent eraser. I always keep this for, especially when I need to erase a lot of space for when I use soft pastels. Scissors, open packages. I have my crazy glue for when the tips break off. But I haven't been using this that much. So, and these are just Staedtler fine liners that I use. Like this one, if there's a part missing in the coloring page, I'll use this one. And these are just what I use for my coloring journal. And then I also have 2 different size Sharpies, just in case. Pencil, that's my son's, he left it here, so just stuck it in there. This little makeup brush, I use this to clean my sharpeners. So, you know, the little dust that's in there, I cleaned it out. I also use it to clean my Derwent one, which I'll show soon. Always have an extender for your colored pencils, just in case. And I love using the Wink of Stella glitter brush. So yeah, I think I showed a couple videos where I used this. This is the clear one. So I always keep this in here instead of putting it away. I just got this Derwent sharpener this past Christmas, and yeah, I haven't had many breakages anymore with my pencils, especially the Prismas, since using this. I think it's because of the grip, the clamp right over here. It keeps it straight instead of, you know, like when you're using your hands, you don't know that you're tilting the pencil up and down. So yeah, so this really helps. And then just turn it, and it's easy to use. You just have to turn this end. I don't want to spill all the, oh, my hands are sweaty right now, so, but you just have to turn this counterclockwise, and then it opens. Then you can just clean it out. So yeah, so I still have to clean it out. Anyways, yeah, so I hope you like my video of my coloring essentials. I would love to see more people do their coloring essentials. Kind of curious of what other people have, so and what they use or what they keep around them. So thank you guys. I hope you like this video. Please press the like button, leave a comment below if you like, and subscribe if you haven't already. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Happy coloring. Bye bye. Say hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah.
Like, say welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to
To
La Velia's
yeah.
coloring.
Color.
Yay!
Yay.
Say bye bye.
Bye bye.